go after the Terma for him. And now he's been scared off by a ghost. So I guess it's time for me to get cracking and find that monastery.
Cursed Mountain is a slow-paced survival horror game set in the Himalayan mountains. If you need things to zip along in your games and don't appreciate slow and moody exploration, stop right here. Cursed Mountain isn't for you. On the other hand, if you're up for some chilly exploration of Buddhist temples and snowy mountains, this is a game worth your time. In fact, Cursed Mountain displays flashes of brilliance in the way it weaves religious rites and ghostly encounters together. It has a way of building up just enough tension for you to press forward and see what weirdness is hovering around the corner. There are a few problems to overcome, however, mostly with unresponsive controls. These control issues make combat much more awkward than it should be. That's too bad, because the concept behind the combat is really good. It's the implementation that lets it down. In Cursed Mountain, you play Eric Simmons, a famed mountain climber searching for his brother Frank. Frank's gone looking for a Buddhist relic called a terma at the top of the Tibetan mountain Chomalonzo on behalf of another injured mountaineer. You'll scour Sherpa villages, Buddhist temples, and icy cliffs looking for clues, but you'll find much more than you bargained for. The mountain's resident goddess isn't pleased. You'll have to perform ancient rites, search for hidden symbols using your spiritual third eye, and fend off attacking ghosts. As you make your way up the mountain, you'll discover climbing logs, journal entries, and other texts that make authentic references to Buddhist culture. Cursed Mountain is creepy as it is, but the way religion is mixed into the story so thoughtfully and reverentially makes things even more atmospheric.
The shaman's trying to ward off evil. The shaman will know how to find Todd Pa.
Religion is also stirred into the action. You'll start off with a pickaxe, but eventually you'll pick up and upgrade a few other offensive relics. With them, you can slash spirits, or activate your third eye and shoot blasts of energy, or grab onto ghosts with an energy stream. Eric is slow to move and slow to turn, which makes combat deliberate in the way it often is in traditional survival horror. However, the motion controls add an interesting touch. It's a good mix of standard button presses and motion, and as long as you're waving from side to side, things work out great. Anytime you have to thrust the remote or nunchuck forward, however, things get rough. About a quarter of the time, forward movement simply doesn't register, especially when the nunchuck is involved. It makes late game battles a frustrating mess. It doesn't ruin things, but it constantly breaks your stride. Cursed Mountain isn't that difficult, but you will die, and it will be due to control difficulties almost every time. Other control issues can also occur because the aiming pointer doesn't appear on the screen unless you activate the third eye. You always have to fumble around for a second when ghosts appear so you can figure out where the pointer is. The manner in which everything goes fuzzy and gray during battle is completely overdone and certainly doesn't help. Yet with all these issues and a bit of tedium, Cursed Mountain feels special in some ways. The sound design is great and incorporates Buddhist chant. The cool slideshow cutscenes give you a taste of the culture and Eric's troubled relationship with Frank. You'll sneak up on meditating ghosts and steal their mantras. The remote eventually acts as a walkie-talkie, and a friend will guide you through a snowy maze with it. These moments elevate Cursed Mountain. If you wanted something different on the Wii, Cursed Mountain delivers it. It's very traditional in some senses, and obviously looks to older survival horror adventures for inspiration. But its setting is moody and unique, and it embraces Buddhist traditions in a wholly genuine fashion. It gets predictable over time, and the control issues are hard to overcome, but there are moments of incredible creativity interspersed throughout. So if you are looking for a slow and creepy change of pace, Cursed Mountain will give you the shivers you've been craving.